Hey, how's it going? It's Jay. Just here in my car, driving to the gym. I hit a couple of garage sales today, and I almost hit the mother load. Well, I don't know what a mother load is to you, but to me, it would have been a huge score. So I'll tell you a quick story before my pre-workout kicks in completely, and I'm all jacked up. So I went to a couple of places today. The second one I went to, well, the first one I went to. The lady had all these vintage like cameras, some old Olympus, a Canon. She had some Polaroid that like I don't even know, I couldn't even figure out how to open it, but it was old. And her daughter was telling me that she was a photographer when she was younger, and they also had an original Walkman, like, you know, the one that you put your tape in, like the original. I think it was FM1, I think it was called. I forgot what it was called, but it was like RMF1 or something, or F1, whatever. Look it up on eBay. They sell for crazy. It wasn't in the best shape, but what else did she have? She had one of those yellow Walkman Sports. I mean, they had some really cool stuff, and they originally had like a sign that said $5. You know, $5 for the cameras. And I wasn't even over at the cameras yet. What's this guy doing? I wasn't even over at the cameras yet. And I was trying to figure out how much this other thing was. It was like some fluorescent lamp. It was called like a Transformer by Anheuser-Busch. I couldn't tell if it worked or not, so I didn't grab it, but like I was looking it up to see how much it was selling for on eBay. So then like the lady's daughter kind of like started talking to me, and you know, we were talking about all that stuff, and then she's like, oh, look this up, and then I walked over to the cameras and I saw all of them, and I was like, one of the cameras, the Olympus was these were vintage cameras, like professional. They were heavy, they were nice looking. The Olympus was going for like 150 to 200 bucks depending on the condition, pre-owned. The Canon was going for like 50 to 100. The Polaroid, I don't even know, because I couldn't even figure out what kind of Polaroid it was, because there was no model number on it or anything. The Walkman, those Walkmans go for like, depending on the condition, you could get, you know, 75 to 250 bucks for them. Even the Walkman Sport was like 40 or 50 bucks. And then that's the yellow one. And then they had like the old school folding ear, you know, headphones that go with it, the yellow ones. Even those were like 30 bucks. The problem was the girl started looking up the stuff too, and instead of having the sign for $5, you know, for each camera, she realized that she could get, you know, a lot more for it, and she basically put everything in the box. Like, she wasn't being mean to me or anything about it. Like, we were actually joking about it. But like, she put everything in the box and put it in her car. So she was gonna sell it herself on eBay. So yeah, I did a good deed. I helped her and her mom out, you know, by blowing up my own spot, which sucks. But I mean, easily, you know, she was like, well, you know, I'll sell it to you for half of what they're going for. And I was just like, I don't, you know, maybe if I got each piece for 20 bucks or something like that. But you know, I'm not paying 80 bucks for a vintage Olympus camera that I don't even know if it works. You know, maybe I'd buy it for 20 bucks and then sell it for parts for 80, you know, or figure out if it works. But I wasn't willing to take that chance. But easily $700 or $800 worth of stuff that she put in her box and put it in the car. You know, I wasn't willing to pay $3 or $4. I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I should have bought it. But I don't know. You tell me. You guys know better. You know, you guys watching. This is all new to me. So I think the lesson learned is, you know, have an idea of what stuff is worth before you go into stuff, so you don't basically give yourself up by looking up prices on everything that you're looking at. Because then there's a million reasons why. I mean, it's not about being sneaky, it's just being smart, because then they see you looking things up and they're going to be like, you know, it doesn't happen all the time. You know, it hasn't happened to me every time, but what can happen is what happened today is they realize what you're doing and they're like, oh, I'll go look it up myself too. And next thing you know, you know, she's taking all the stuff that I could have grabbed for $5 a pop and putting it in her car because she knows she could get a lot more than that for it. So lesson learned. You know, now I know as far as those type of items are concerned. And the only way you know, like, it's going to happen to you too. You can't know how much everything is worth. You can't know how much everything is worth until you actually experience something like that, or you do all this crazy research. But like, you don't know what you'll like. Yeah, you have an idea, like looking for stuff like that, like all the electronics and all that. But you know, I didn't really know much about cameras, but now I learned something new about cameras. Obviously, the Walkman, I should have just, you know, if you know, let's just put it this way: if the lady's daughter wasn't there, I could have just, it would have been highway robbery. I would have cleaned up. I would have given her like $40 and taken $400 worth of stuff, which would have been amazing. You know, that's what I'm looking for, getting those type of scores. But lesson learned. Hopefully you learned from this. Obviously, if you've been doing this a lot longer, you already know that, and you're going to laugh at me and tell me what an idiot I am, but whatever. But I wanted to share that with you. Hope you're having a great day. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and subscribe to my channel. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.